Happy first day of summer 2021, everybody. I wanted to record a video about single equality and also equality in general, because today I am actually in Phoenix, Arizona. Today's the first day of summer, and so at solar noon today, which is about 12:30 over here, it will probably be the highest point I ever have seen the sun. I mean, I've traveled closer to the equator, but Taiwan is the furthest south I've traveled. I believe the Tropic of Cancer passes through Taiwan, but I've never been there at the heat of summer. I usually go there in November for a conference. So at solar noon today, the sun's going to be 80 degrees over the horizon because Phoenix is 33 latitude. And I think that's the highest I'll ever see the sun for a while. And I'm really excited about that. But equality affects everybody under the sun, so I thought it would be symbolic to do a video today about this. So, I'm an adjunct professor, and I was recently negotiating a contract, and there was something I wanted to ask for and I didn't. And so it really brings to light that we're still not as equal as we believe we are. Now, to understand this, let's go back a little bit in time. Last year, I went out to view the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Now the problem is I had to teach the following day, so I ended up, I was in Ellensburg viewing the conjunction, and then I was frantically looking for somewhere with Wi-Fi, and obviously at the time, you gotta remember December 2020, you couldn't go into a Starbucks to sit down. You could connect to the Wi-Fi outside of Starbucks maybe, and I had to plug the computer into the electrical outlet of my car, and the outlet breaks down, and I'm frantically looking for somebody on Craigslist who could work on stuff like that. And finally I find somebody, and obviously I paid an arm and a leg because I needed it done immediately. And I get back to my makeshift office outside of a Starbucks, plugged with my computer plugged into my car, and I'm teaching. And then I had to I had an upset stomach, and I ended up having to poop on the side of the road, and somehow I get through the class. And I'm thinking to myself, as I'm pooping on the side of the road, I'm thinking, earlier that year I had to fill in for somebody who had a family member who had COVID-19. Now, I don't mind doing that. But how about you filling in when I have to take care of my needs as being a single guy, right? Because let's face it, maybe I go out to view a stargazing event and I meet somebody and I start a family, and then eventually I'll need to take paternity leave as well, right? It should go both ways, right? Why is one phase of life more important than the other? And I'm also thinking to myself, when I pooped on the side of the road, what if I happen to be asymptomatic with COVID-19? So you're not just being unfair to me, you're being unfair to everybody who has to walk near my poop. And then maybe one of those people gets sick and their family has to take care of them and they get the day off, right? It's just really weird when I zoomed out and thought about it objectively, right? When you detach the emotions out of it and think objectively, a lot of things don't make a whole lot of sense anymore. So I was negotiating my teaching contract, and I so badly wanted to say, this November we have a lunar eclipse. Is it okay if we rearrange the schedule? I so badly wanted to say that, but I thought it would be really petty. And so I hope I don't have to poop on the side of the road again. And I'm recording this on June 21st. Hopefully I'll get some credibility under my belt in between now and then with how good I am with teaching these courses. We have a new boss, so I kind of have to start over again, but whatever the case is, zoom out and think objectively, and a lot of bias, I think, will disappear overnight.